Salutations everyone and welcome back to Let's Play SPAZ 2. I'm your host, BrainBoy20, where we had last left off. We were given the assignment of becoming a planetary governor. Okay, more of a space station governor over a small system. And, much to my luck, or my style of luck, I basically spent a fair amount of time wandering about stars, watching wars spring up, watching my faction nearly be completely wiped out, because naturally, it just had to be that way. And we ended up getting really lucky, and getting access to the last gas stop station as a new mining build spot for a space station, with enough of a bounty on it, where I managed to build up to about double the amount of scrap necessary. Okay, that's actually a fair bit less than double, but point enough. And now we have our goal of becoming a governor well in sight. Let's snipe it out from underneath them, shall we? We shall build a starbase. What a colossal waste of resources and time! I can see the hull breaches from here. You had a variety of base types to choose from. Why did you select this brown dwarf where every other option was clearly better than this one? You had but one job. Give it a rest, Carl. We've built upon a mountain of garbage before. Trash or not, this base comes with Class 9 interweave access and a limitless data plan. With that kind of situational awareness, we should be able to keep tabs on any potential outbreaks. If only I could get past this flurry of pop-ups. In the future, I would appreciate some warning when you attempt to use your brain beyond its animal instinctual programming. Step away from the computer at once. Let me see what you have done here. Increasing your nanocell size by 40%. Narlican Pups Gone Wild Volume 3. Starship Sparks Ensign Upside Down Paperback Edition. This application has failed successfully. Kitchen appliances for space pirates on a budget. By the void, this infection rivals that of the Dark Entity. You're forbidden from touching any technology created by human hands. The very idea of you trying to use a computer makes me lightheaded. Lightheaded, huh? That would be a first. Just fix the computer so we can get back to work. I don't think it's anything we can fix. Our signal is being jammed remotely by spam generators. I'm not sure why, but we're being targeted by a denial of service attack. Our mainframe is pretty much useless until we destroy that generator. Now, get ready for the punch straight to the nuggets. This generator is being held at a abandoned base. It goes without saying we won't be able to get at it by asking politely. Bloody void! Why would they be slinging us out like that? Or signaling us out by that? They are just savages. They don't have the know-how to pull off a hack like this. Never they let the likes of us near them without throwing down mindless firepower. We just got our own base up and running, and now you're telling me to contend with a bandit base barfing into our mainframe. We just have to deal with this obstacle. We can't leave this fledgling base to fend for itself. We have no choice but to divide and conquer. We knew we have to split up our forces eventually. The theater of war is expanding. You take the ship and crew and deal with this generator. I'll remain behind here and keep things in one piece. I've run a starbase before. I can handle things around here without you for a few days. I am a seasoned tactician after all. I'm not sure about how I feel about splitting at a time like this. I know that when it comes to stickies, nobody cracks the whip harder than I do, but rolling over a starbase is a tall order. We really need more time to prepare for this. Take only the time you need, but remember, without warp gates to slow everything down, any infection we miss won't waste any time going apocalyptic. Well, those res drives, this is a super highway fast lane to hell in a handbasket. Oh, splendid. I love having my mind made up for me, especially when it goes against basic survival instinct. All this risk to life and limb for something as ridiculous as a spam generator. Nevertheless, you're right. Leave no roid unturned. Well, Jameson, you better disembark. Hold it together until we get back. The rest of you, to your stations. We're headed back out. Find the signal. Prepare for a fight. Level 15 recommended. Use minigun weapons to defend against fighters and missiles.
Game saved.
Welcome to Level 9. I have overheard a few crew members referring to these scientific breakthroughs as level-ups. I believe there is already a level-up bench in the exercise room. Please desist from spreading confusion and refer to the data allocations as techno-recalibrated deltoid under Hank minutes. Underhankments. The German. Anyway, we're gonna definitely get weapon damage because I'm being destroyed so far by not having any decent weapon damage. And hey, I'm actually at level 20, so we can actually go to the signal. And it's worth so much scrap and res. Zombie Hunters declared peace with the civilian ascendancy. Ah yes, my faction, as it stands, I think we're still at war with someone. We're at war with the Void Militia and Sun Hunters, which is absolutely fantastic. We're basically stuck between a rock and a hard place, so that's fun. And, like, wars are being created everywhere. But we actually have access to stockpiles. We also have access to a stash, a junkyard, we can set a raid if we so wish to, or we can just trade, which trading with ourselves seems really stupid, but I'm surprised we can't just take it for free as the owner. Also, we have a bunch of new parts that might interest a lot of you. We got a lot of these parts because we managed to fight an opponent of ours with an ally, severely overpowering him. In fact, I think it was 3-on-1. And after destroying him, we just managed to loot every single piece, now that I know how to set myself to a top-down view to loot every single piece. Also, sold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're right, we don't have any scrap here. I guess we'll actually just buy one of these and sell off these two. And we'll just keep the res on hand. As for Strikecraft, we're gonna try and make sure that our decent Strikecraft are actually equipped. Hey, inventory. Don't we have a decent Strikecraft? What did I buy? Oh, I just bought an engine. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know how I got that confused. But apparently I'm just stupid. Well, do I have any, like, parts to put away? Theoretically, I could attempt to afford one of these. Real underpay. There's no reason to hold it. I could have just stored it, couldn't I? Huh, excellent. We'll leave our base alone for now, but I think it's time to go mess with the bandits area. Hopefully it's not going to be like, this is a level 2 area, and you can't... Why? Is it really that? No. We're gonna deal with a lesser bandit base, come on. We're not gonna deal with something that big. Even if it ain't worth that much, I want to just take it down just because I can. We're also moving up in the world because of this, because we have a decent amount. I know this is a solo encounter. We're going to fight anyway. We have enough Strikecraft with us where this shouldn't be an issue. Alright. Everyone target the bandit base.
Obliterating.
And we're going to speed boost our way forward because it is definitely time to hit this as hard as we can. There's a lot of fightercraft going at us, so I'm just going to try to speed past them. And we are out of speed boost material. Come on, a few good hits can take it down. There we go. Because basically I wanted to get around to this side so I can then focus fire on the starbase without getting hit. As we're basically going to use the bounty hunter strategy before I'm just going to sit around kiting the base while avoiding everyone else in the system. Good, his shields went down. That's gonna suck if it has fracture cannons, but let's run close. I know ramming is a viable tactic, but I don't have much of an option. Oh god, help me, we are out. Our capacitor is down. Someone go focus on one of the Strikecraft, please. Alright. Well, since we are fully reloaded, let's go at least try and take down the base. Unfortunately, my strike craft don't seem to be pulling their weight anymore. Wow, why is my speech so horrible now? I used to be an eloquent speaker, but now it seems to have disappeared entirely. Why, there's still asteroids. Oh, the base is about to go nuclear. Run. You're still chasing me.
Engaging.
Almost went off. Hey, we're gonna do an emergency repair. I love the fact that I'm allowed to do this.
Shields offline.
Although it does take down my
Relay
shields.
point designated.
It does take down my shields, but that's not too
Target
bad.
lost. Obliterated.
Especially when I have my engines back because of this. I'm going to make sure my shields are at least turned on, as opposed to before, where I basically had nothing by just leaving the core there. I still have some strike craft, which is impressive. Not very good strike craft, because I still had to ditch the very good strike craft I had earlier on, because I had to do one of those stupid warp jumps without realizing what it actually did, but oh well.
Relay point designate. Engaging.
I don't know why I feel the need to zoom in. There's no, like, quick scoping or hard scoping in space. There's just aiming.
Engaging.
There we go. Finally! To the star map. What did I actually gain from this? Oh, it's rebuilding. So you're telling me I gained nothing but goon. I mean, I will take the rebuild over this. Oh, hey. Hey, can you, like, not bother me? Full speed ahead. Leave? Oh yeah, we have no defenses here. You are a high threat. I would bother with you, but I can't. I really can't. But we'll repair a ship for free because we have that as the ability to do so, and we'll collect some scrap from our starbase, which is definitely worth a lot. Oh, I can't expand my starbase? You can do that with everyone else. Why can't I do it with my own? It definitely has a lot of scrap, though. It seems to be about as good as my current strike craft setup. Which I don't mind. Now, is there anyone around here? I mean, I guess we're fighting one... No, we're not. We're no longer fighting. We're actually just against you and nothing but you. We actually have no problem with one another, as much as I would love to deny it. And I would love to kill you over what you've done to my base, but I'm unable to do so.
Extracted.
Yeah, my base is just gonna... my ship is gonna slowly be destroyed until I have enough goons to fill out the roles on board it. Of course there's more war. War never does change. Even in the depths of space, people are still trying to find reasons to kill one another.
Resource acquired.
Oh, hey. Maybe if I wait long enough. Holding down the space bar. Okay, this is gonna take forever to clone enough people to go to the max level. I don't feel like waiting.
Added to cargo.
Interesting. And it turns out I was actually completely correct on the whole. Those are actually bounties system. So those red dots that I kept encountering, they're bounties. They are definitely bounties. Now, are we at war? We are. Don't mind me, I'm going to go and do the lore that I'm supposed to for each episode so I can get through all of it. Even though we are in the middle of a war with this. But anyone in class, we're back in the classroom once again for another brief history of warp. Thanks to the Warp Gate network, nearly every corner of the galaxy has been tapped, mined, and left for spoil, just as humanity had once done on their homeworld. The consumption of res grew beyond its rate of renewal. This forced space colonization to the galactic core, where the heavier elements like res were more common. This intermix between worlds created starborn pandemics, compelling people to consume even more res to escape the contaminated worlds. Somewhere between the pandemics and the frenzy for res, the United Terran Alliance sought to cease the chaos by inhibiting Warp Gate travel. The period that followed became known as the Lockdown Wars. There is still a fair amount of lore remaining, but don't mind me, I'm just going to ignore the fact that the starbase is right here, and let's just go open this up, shall we? Elsa Young, let's find out a little bit more about our intrepid captain, shall we? Or has Carl modified these documents as well? Elsa was born and raised on Earth, which happened to be one of the last worlds to come under UTA control during the Lockdown Wars. Her and her father were recruited by the UTA to mine the Sol system for what little res it had. When her father died, she became aimless and resentful. Eventually she was befriended by Don Gibson, the leader of the growing UTA resistance. Saving her from eventual starvation, she was fiercely loyal to Don and became second in command of the renegade fleet. Despite her troubled past, she had always managed to stay lighthearted and governed by strong morals. She was devastated to discover Dawn had been under the influence by the infection. Enraged, she took control of the Clockwork and crew to hunt down Dawn and destroy the Dark Entity. Having eventually satisfied that goal, she had now grown cold and nearly unrecognizable by her fellow crewmates. Driven aimlessly by guilt, she commands the surviving crew of the Clockwork in an endless mission to cleanse the last of the infection. Talk about crazy. I also can understand a goal like that. You don't exactly want to leave that running around. And look at that. We actually, as a starbase owner... Oh, you're attacking me, aren't you? How about we don't? How about you chase me and give up like you're supposed to? They're not giving up. Why aren't you giving up? Okay, good. Alright, Fibrosynth, what do you have here for me today? I see a bounty on there. I don't like the fact that there's a bounty there. Hey, do any of you have any decent strike craft? I will just flat out... Okay, I'll sell you one of my weaker strike craft in exchange for this. And a fair bit of scrap. And of course we're going to have this tug go to the very... This tug will be at the very top of the order. Why wouldn't I use a very powerful strike craft at the very front? Why wouldn't I front load all my offensive capability? Also, why is there a bounty on my base already? I am concerned, to say the least. This is a minimum actual level 15, not like threat rating 15.
Extracted.
And of course we're already taking damage once again because we dropped below 100. Fantastic.
Resource acquired.
And I've been just ransacking constantly. But there's some bandits. I'm waiting still. I'm still waiting for the bandits that are at like threat rating of 9. Because there were some before and I didn't know where they disappeared to. Hey buddy, let's not fight you. Hey. Well, you say that. Oh, infection, why? Every mission I'm on, it's infection, 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 infection. What is wrong with you? Anyway, we should see how this new battle, like, how this new damage bonus actually matters in combat. He's going to be burning down his shield quickly enough, but then again, this is like one of the weakest enemies we could be fighting at this point, and fighting actual captains makes more sense if they're around my level. I just went straight into its line of fire. I feel fan-bloody-tastic. That was the smartest decision I could have ever made. Alright, the torpedo should take it down. Missiles should take it down. This is not that... I should not be doing two space-based games, because I will get them both confused. Like, this is not Battlefleet Gothic, as much as I'd love to believe it is.
Shields are well.
Are you finished? Alright, no more missiles. Just give me everything. And fantastic! Part size increase. Medium parts. Connect modules to your ship that require 2 connection ports. That's taken some time. It is button time again. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm going to have to blow your mind. Shield strength, boost recharge, capacitor. I don't need the weapon boost. Honestly, shield strength doesn't hurt. I didn't realize the perks were at this, like, right here. With, like, more active strikecraft. What should I get? I think, in all honesty, we'll take the boost recharge rate. I'd like more shield boost, if that matters. Not everyone's a winner.
Cargo acquired.
Oh, hey. Hey, buddy.
Game
You know what? I'm gonna fight you, because it seems like it'd be an interesting battle.
Gimme, I'll kill you.
Like, here, take the goons that I don't need. Because there's very little point to having excess goons beyond repairs.
Yeah, gimme.
I wanted to fight you. I don't know why I hit repair. Also, bandits upon bandits upon bandits upon bandits. That is what I wanted to hit.
We're not accepting new applicants at this time.
That's fantastic. And infected signals detected. Let's just finish you up quickly, shall we? I'm fairly certain I'm not even aiming at him properly half the time. Okay, I'm inside the explosive barrels. I shouldn't be doing that. Being inside the exploding barrel field seems like a bad idea. Run. If there's anything Battlefleet Gothic has taught me, it's do not be near the explosive barrels. It never works out well for anyone involved. Unless you're orcs, in which case you really don't care. You just like seeing things blow up. Unless you're an orc war boss, then things blowing up sometimes really does hurt for you. Anyway, get out of here. We'll take everything. I want to hit you. I want to hit you so bad, because I wanted to see what a max level cloning farm does, but apparently I'm not going to get that option.
Pillaging successful.
So close. Now, isn't there like the 9-drop? No. I guess we'll go and hunt down another lore section before the end of this video. I mean, we might be enemies with the Sun Hunters, but I'm fairly certain they don't care as much. We will not view it just yet. Is there anyone we could run to? Yeah, we could just run straight past. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time. Why do you hate me? It's not my fault my faction gets in stupid amounts of wars and then, like, does absolutely nothing about the fact that we're in stupid amounts of wars. Also, I think that bandit base is about to get a lot stronger. Also, did we just end up right next to the signal? We did, didn't we? I will ransack for res first.
Added to cargo.
And then, let's do whatever this signal is. It's a threat of 35. We have to destroy it. No, because this is it's actual level 15, not the pseudo level 15. Now, could I thread the eye of the needle? Fantastic. Let's view one more history lesson in the Lockdown Wars, and we'll call it a video. For the final bit of the Lockdown Wars, as the UTA fleet arrived at each world, they set up restricted trade access to control the consumption of the precious resource res. It took centuries to establish a planetary infrastructure on each world, leaving some isolated for years on end. As the UTA arrived at these later worlds, they were met with hostility and resentment. Each world they encountered grew more hostile than the last. Galactic Resistance Force fought against the UTA control, destroying ships and hacking warp gates. Seeing the outer worlds as undesirable and res deficient, the UTA simply put minimal effort into controlling them. Segregated from the core worlds, the pandemics thinned the outer world population. The core worlds, on the other hand, were guarded by multiple layers of heavy security, which proved to be invaluable in slowing the corruption of the Dark Entity. With such strict border control, the UTA was able to hinder the Dark Infection, while infected worlds were nuked into oblivion. While the lockdown wars began as a pacification movement, it became a necessary quarantine to ensure the survival of the human race. I really don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm usually very eloquent, but apparently not. I'm gonna need more parts for this ship, so help me. Anyway, hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play SPAZ 2, and I'm signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. It helps out a great deal. And I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.